What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're finally getting back to the S13. That's right, guys, just like I said, we are finally getting back to the S13. I just wanted to touch base on the open house video. Everyone who watched, thank you very much for watching. Definitely got way more views than I expected. I'm just gonna let you guys know, if there's anything you guys are looking for, S14 Navin bumper, really good condition. Any exhaust, seats, Nismo strut bars, car modify wonder hoods, everything is up on our website now, so that'll be in the description down below. If you're looking for any Japanese parts, JDM parts, you can head down there and see all of our inventory. We did sell a few things during our open house, and since then we've sold a few things as well. You can see a few empty spots here. Gotta see what I can put in those empty spots to fill that wall back up. But yeah, that's it. Like I said, we are jumping back into the S13. So it has been quite a while since we've been working on this. We got it really close, and then the container came, things got really hectic, organizing everything, putting things away. Koguchi Power fenders are in stock. Car Modify Wonder fenders are in stock too. But yeah, enough about that. We are getting back to the S13. So today, this video, the goal is to get our intercooler piping finished, which isn't too much to do, but then you never know. All right, so it's not too much to do, but I don't know. We'll see how much we can get done. The goal is definitely to finish the intercooler piping. That way the bay will look a little more complete too. So in terms of the cold side, it is a Greddy intercooler kit cold side. I didn't want to use the kit's hot side because it was like a 2-inch diameter tubing, which I think for the setup that I'm running, I would like something just a little bit bigger. Smaller is better for response, but I'm not worried about response, honestly, with this turbo. It is a pretty responsive turbo as it is. It is a GTX 2867R. But yeah, so in terms of the cold side, I just need to cut this piping here and clock this a little bit over and weld on the blow-off valve flange. And then as for the hot side, we are going to have to pull off the turbine housing right here and weld on a cast aluminum elbow, and then from there it's pretty much a straight shot into that opening down there. And then obviously I have to make the bottom part that goes into the intercooler. But yeah, I've got a bunch of material here. We've got silicone couplers, straight. I want everything to be straight so that if I ever need to replace anything, I have this entire length. I'm gonna cut them into pieces and I will have extras, spares, or whatever. We'll never have to find like a reducer coupler or anything like that. Yeah, so basically just to touch on, the cold side is 2.75 inch diameter tubing, which should match the throttle body. So that is actually a straight coupler as well. So, and then onto the other side, the hot side is going to be 2.5 out of the turbo housing, and then all the way to the intercooler. So we shouldn't need any reducers or step-up couplers or anything like that. We will just have straight couplers. And then, yeah, I pretty much have our AIT bung to weld in, our blow-off valve flange. We've got all our clamps. So yeah, definitely The goal of this video is to get the entire intercooler system done on this car. So we might as well just jump into it. I'm not sure how in depth I'm gonna go on explaining things, but yeah, it should be an interesting transformation, seeing the engine bay go from kind of almost done to looking a lot more complete. And then I do have some blow-off valves to choose from. They're all Gretty type S's, basically my favorite blow-off valve. I just have different color, different condition ones to choose from. But we'll deal with that once we actually get most of the intercooler piping done. That can kind of be our reward, or my reward of accomplishment. So yeah, we are gonna jump right into this. I'm gonna start cutting and mocking things up, taping things up, tacking them, and we'll chug along. So this is the look at all the material, and we should have something nice and complete by the end of this video. So let's do it. Alright guys, this is the hack for silicone couplers. So I bought myself the 2.5 inch diameter and the 2.75 inch diameter. 2.5 was 80 bucks, 2.75 was about 90 bucks. Length of these is about 39.4 inches. So cutting them into 2 3/4 inch lengths, you're getting about 14 pieces per this one section. So you can cut these up, throw them in your track bin, throw them in the trailer, and you will always have spares. So I'm going to show you how to cut these, and you can save yourself a bunch of money. Alright, so this is super easy. You grab yourself a hose clamp and you tighten it onto your coupler. Just snug enough, not that it needs to be super tight. And then you're going to use a super sharp blade and start going around, not trying to cut it all in one pass. Typically, I'm going around twice and then it's fully cutting it. And that's pretty much it. So you just saved yourself money that you can spend on other car parts now. So this silicone coupler is a 4-ply, so comparable to, I'm not going to name brands, but other name brands that are out there. And usually a straight coupler is going to cost you 20 bucks. So 20 bucks, 14 pieces, you're looking at like 280 bucks. So for 80 bucks, we got 14 straight couplers, backups for days, and yeah, you may even use them on other projects. Now let's get back to the intercooler piping. So, we got the bottom pipe mocked up with some couplers that I cut, and I just cut up some more pieces to try to get this somewhat matched up, and I think we're pretty close here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and tape these pieces together. I'll probably tape this one. I don't know if I'll be able to get this piece out, so I'm going to tape this one and tack this together, and then I'll tape that up afterwards, and we'll see if this whole pipe will come out. But yeah, so let me do that and I'll continue from there. What the heck? So it was at this moment that I realized that my welding helmet definitely wasn't dimming. So I ended up switching to an old helmet, which still worked. And yeah, just ended up welding or tacking this piece together. So after a quick test fit, I determined that this piece was good, so I could go ahead and weld it out fully. So you probably noticed the finish of the cold pipe did change. That's because I did vapor blast it in the vapor honing cabinet. I just wanted to give it a more uniform finish. So with all the welding done, we can now throw it in the bead roller, give it a nice quick bead, and lower the chances of the intercooler piping popping off under boost. And with a bead like that, we're ready for all the boost. Now it's time to go back on the car and hopefully it fits. Alright, so we've got the cold pipe pretty much finished. We've got our blow-off valve flange welded on. There's an IAT bung underneath. And then there is a -10 bung here for the IACV. So you can see that we were able to make this pretty much out of pieces that we already had. So that goes down through the battery tray and out and into that other tube that goes into the intercooler. So that's basically the cold side done. And then now we're just on to the hot side. So it's just a matter of figuring out which way we want that cast elbow to point. We'll mark it up, pull the housing off the turbo, get that welded, and then from there it's just getting the tubes to line up to this hole down here that goes through the metal there, and then get that connected to the intercooler as well. So pretty straightforward. Let's just jump right back to it. Alright, so I don't know how much I filmed of the process, but our intercooler piping is basically finished. So you can see the hot pipe here. So you saw I welded a tight 90-degree radius cast elbow onto the turbo itself. That way we can use a straight coupler there, and then a straight one going into the intercooler underneath. Like I mentioned before, all using straight couplers so that if I ever blow or tear one, it's easy to have spares versus trying to find reducer couplers and stuff like that. So basically this side is 2.5, that side is 2.75. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. This is just a straight that kind of points down, goes through the fender well there, and then I'll show you this side too. You would have seen this earlier. Got the blow-off valve flange on here. We've got our dash 10 bung for our IACV, and we even have an IAT bung all the way underneath. Not sure if you can see it. But yeah, so you can see the cold pipe goes through the fender well. Same thing with the hot pipe. And I'm gonna raise the car up and show you guys underneath. All right, so we can see the cold pipe comes out through here, and then another straight coupler, and we've got good clearance between our oil filter and our coupler and our clamps there. Then it goes into the intercooler. Same thing on the other side. So this side, I tried to expand this tube. So all the tubing on this side is 2.5, but the intercooler is 2.75. So I tried to expand it, and then I welded a piece of 2.75 onto the end of it. I did end up splitting the tube here while I was expanding it, so I had to weld that back. And yeah, but other than that, I think it turned out pretty good. It's pretty short routing, I feel, and like I said before, all straight couplers, so nothing hard to replace if anything ever goes. So bring the car back down and we will finish this up. All right, so the last thing to put on is going to be our intake tube. So I'm going to throw that on, and then our reward for finishing all this, we get to choose a Greddy Type S blow-off valve to put on. Alright, so intake tube is on and everything is looking a lot more complete now. It's crazy how intercooler piping can make the engine bay a lot more finished. But now we get to move on to our reward, which is I have a box of Greddy Type S blow-off valves that I've collected over the years. All of them I've vapor honed, and yeah, we get to choose one. So they're all the same, nice and fresh vapor honed. They just vary in condition. Like this one, the purple anodizing is kind of rubbed off, but then it has the sticker, whereas this one, so this one, same thing, vapor honed. The anodized purple is better on this one, but it's missing the sticker on top. And then this one is a black top Greddy Type S. So same thing. The body is vapor honed, nice and fresh. this is a black top versus those ones being purple. This one does have the sticker, if it'll focus. Yeah. But the black is a little beaten up. So I've got to pick one of these to run, and I don't know which one. If it was you guys, which one would you run? Put it down in the comments. Alright, so to help me decide, I ended up putting the valve cover that we're going to use on top. It's just sitting on top of the black valve cover. Just to get an idea of how the engine bay is going to look. I don't want colors clashing really, so we can take a look at this purple one mounted here. And I mean, you don't really see it that much, but when I see purple and green, I just think of the Hulk, and think of that Hulk car from Tokyo Drift, Lil Bow Wow's car. My life be like, yeah. So I don't know how I feel about this, even though I like the original purple and the sticker is good on it. I'm kind of leaning more towards this black one. I think the black one is not as common too. I haven't really seen it that much. So, I mean, you don't really see it now. It kind of blends in with everything else. But that's kind of the point. The focus is going to be the valve cover and not really anything else. So, yeah, I think we're going to go with this one. So I'm going to throw this on, and that'll be it for our intercooler piping. And there you have it, guys. Our intercooler piping on the S13 is done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I don't really know how much I filmed of the whole process. It's difficult to film things when you're just trying to get it done, and this whole thing actually took me 2 days or a day and a half. But yeah, I think I got enough stuff. You know, I don't want to bore you guys with too much detail, but yeah, our intercooler piping is done, and that is another thing we can check off our list for the S13, and we can keep moving on to the next task, and maybe I will be driving this car this season. Even though it's October and the season is almost over, I still would like to just get it tuned and running and driving before the salt gets laid here in Ontario. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys are happy that we are back to working on the S13. It has been a while since we've done anything on this car, so I was pretty happy to be working on it again. And yeah, make sure you click the like button, make sure you click subscribe, and as always guys, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.